Hey guys, it's Alex O'Neill again for the last Alex Talks of this season 1 type thing, I guess, whatever. It's where I sit down and talk about a topic that either you have given me or I have come up with myself. So we're going to sit down here. I have topics from you guys. I'm going to pick one here. I just want to say, Alex Talks, season 1, been going for about 5 weeks now, maybe 6. It's been tons of fun. I've loved it. It's been a great experience. I see a lot more people getting involved and sending me topic ideas, and that's totally awesome. If I didn't get to your topic, I've written it down. I will get to it when we come back sometime in October and November. I talked about it in the past 2 this week. So look out for those. And yeah, it's been totally awesome. So thank you guys for watching. Just want to say that ahead of time, get it out of the gate beforehand. Now, let's get to the good topics. Now, I have a few here that I could choose from. But I don't know. It's decisions. See, it comes down to me to decide what to talk about. That's why I called it Alex Talks. I made this show to stroke my own ego. Now you all know. You all know my secret now. How about this one from DatFox? That's at DatFox89. Yearly franchises. Which gets hype and which's quality is affected. I mean, obviously, when we think of yearly franchises, we think of Call of Duty. I mean, that's the big one. Everybody's like, Call of Duty, another Call of Duty this year. Let me complain about it on Twitter. Grrr! Activision, stop making money on something. That's not how it works, guys. Activision makes Call of Duties every year because they sell like crazy. Stop buying Call of Duty. If you don't want a Call of Duty every year, stop buying it. Of course, you'll never stop. Never. But yeah, no, Call of Duty is the big yearly franchises. But there are some that we don't really think about. Like Harmonix made Dance Central 1, 2, and 3 3 years in a row. And now they're making Fantasia Music Evolved. And, Assassin's Creed has been a yearly franchise since Assassin's Creed 2, I believe. So it was 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, and now Assassin's Creed 4. So, I mean, yearly franchises, like, the real question is, I'm assuming, DatFox, that you want to know which is just all hype and which is, is affected by that hype. So, Call of Duty obviously isn't all hype, because people complain about that every year. I've played almost every Call of Duty for the past 5 years. The only one I skipped was Modern Warfare 3. Still haven't touched it. Still don't care to. They're all good games, guys. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yes, it is mostly the same thing, with a new story and maybe a couple new multiplayer stuff added on. But the innovations in multiplayer are cool, and the stuff that they're doing with narrative, at least like in Black Ops 2 and the original Black Ops, is really awesome. If you haven't played those games, maybe give them a shot. Black Ops 2 has like narrative pathways and branching decisions, and you can make major decisions that will affect the multiple endings that you get, which, when you talk about multiple endings in a Call of Duty game, that just sounds like crazy talk. But yeah, it's a thing. It happened. It's really cool. And, they're trying, the Call of Duty is trying. They're trying to do something different. I mean, Ghost is coming out this year, and, say what you will, it is a new engine. They are trying. No, I don't think it's going to look next gen, especially compared to things like Titanfall and Battlefield 4. But they are making a new engine. They are making an effort. They are adding new mechanics. They have female soldiers in multiplayer. They're listening to fan feedback, at least. Yes, Call of Duty is a quality game every year, I think, but it is not innovating. It is. It's the same ideas, It's not like the jump from... See if I can find a good one. I'll think about it, but it's not like a big jump. It isn't... Alright, here's a good one. It isn't like, hey, let's try something new. Let's make a Metroid game from the first-person perspective. It's not like that. They're not changing the franchise. They're not changing the series. They're not creating something new from an old idea. Because here's the risk Activision runs with that. Make a Call of Duty game, you're appealing to the Call of Duty audience. Call of Duty audience just wants to play Call of Duty, for the most part. the millions of people that are buying Call of Duty, they're not the vocal gamer community. They're the people that are casual gamers. I wouldn't say maybe casual, but they're the people that buy Xbox Gold every year so they can play Call of Duty multiplayer or Madden online or something like that. And I hate to like stereotype it and group those two people together. Like, oh, they buy Madden every year, they buy Call of Duty every year. Cause it's, it's not as black and white as that, guys. It isn't. Some people just buy Call of Duty every year. Some people are like, man, I really like Call of Duty. I'm going to get that every year, but, maybe I'll just jump between different games every year. Like, I'll get Dead Space 3 this year, or I'll get BioShock Infinite this year. It's a shooter. It sounds cool. It's got action in it. I like that. Maybe they're the people where their anchor is a Call of Duty game, and they maybe buy one or two other games past that. But saying, like, oh, the Call of Duty gamer is just the guy that buys Madden and Call of Duty every year and he's happy. Yes, there are people like that, but it's not everybody. That is not the exclusivity of the Call of Duty gamer. Like, it's not fair to just, bunch those guys together. I worked at a GameStop. I worked at 2 Call of Duty midnight launches, and I've seen the people that buy those games, and they aren't just people that you think buy Madden and Call of Duty every year. They're appealing to this audience that has established itself as somebody that likes first-person shooter Call of Duty as first-person shooter Call of Duty. They don't want it to change too much. So if they're like, hey, let's take a big risk and make it a third-person shooter, those people are going to be like, fuck this, I'm not buying this, this looks like garbage. But if they don't change enough, the people like us that are criticizing games and looking for innovation and trying to find a new thread are going to be like, this just looks like the same thing again. I don't want that again. That being said, I still think Call of Duty is a quality franchise. I think every Call of Duty game has its own merits and has its own little quirks and innovations that are totally valid and totally cool. But, Call of Duty isn't the only yearly franchises. We're looking at Madden, FIFA, every sports game. My friend Damien buys every single WWE game every year. Every year. And he gets it, he hates it almost consistently. He plays it, he hates it, he keeps playing it, he thinks this is garbage, fuck this game. But he buys it every year because that's his yearly jam. He loves wrestling, he loves WWE, and he's going to keep buying it and supporting it. I don't know why. I tell him, like, if you don't like it, speak with your wallet. Don't buy it. But, it's just like, that's his game. That's his yearly game. And, sometimes people just like that consistency. And that's why I think yearly franchises are such a thing now. It's people like consistency. A lot of people do. Not everybody. Not a lot of gamers, I would say, like the hardcore gamers. But a lot of people, just, casual gamers or whatever you want to call them, like consistency. I can get this game every August. I can get Madden every August. And it might be a little different. It's going to have, like, the new players and the new teams, or whatever Madden has. Excuse me for not knowing football that well. And I'll be happy because it'll be what I want. It'll be comfort food. That's the biggest thing. That's the metaphor I always attach to yearly franchises. This is my comfort food. Like, that's kind of like what I say with Tales. It's like, I love Tales, even though, a lot of the games are very similar, and now they're kind of like on a yearly release schedule even. Like, there's a different Tales games. To be fair, each Tales game is different, but it's still, to me, it's comfort food. I know what I'm going to get out of a Tales game. I'm going to get a really Japanese RPG. And I'm okay with that. It's comfort food. I know what I'm getting. I have an expectation, and it's going to meet that. At the very least, it's going to meet that. So, I mean, if you look at another yearly franchise, it's another big one, multi-million one, it's Assassin's Creed. It seems like they made Assassin's Creed 2, and they're like, man, this game is great. It takes all of the things I don't like about Assassin's Creed 1 out and makes that game better. Then you look at Brotherhood, which is still my favorite in the franchise. It's like, wow, I thought Assassin's Creed 2 was dope. This is even doper. And it has assassins that you can call in, and it's got 2 things, even though that's what Assassin's Creed 2 had. And there's a 2 blades. It's, it was better. It was building on it. And then you get to Revelations. And that's when it's like, oh man, this is, this feels like Brotherhood, except this character is really old and I don't really care about this character or his surrounding characters anymore, and I'm just like not interested in this kind of sub-story anymore. And then you get to Assassin's Creed 3, I'm like, yeah, they're going to wrap it up, they're going to close the trilogy, close the loop, Desmond's story's going to end, I'm so excited. And it was just like, man, this game doesn't seem very polished at all. In fact, it doesn't play well, it doesn't play as well, the main character isn't as interesting. Connor, I didn't like as much. Not nearly as much as Desmond. Not Desmond. I mean Ezio. Ezio is a freaking fantastic character, and Connor's like, he's just kind of complainy. Sorry guys, if you like Assassin's Creed 3, it was just like I felt like when I was playing Assassin's Creed 3, I didn't even finish Revelations. That's how much I cared about that game. I finished 3. I felt like I just kept hitting roadblocks, and it's like, man, this game just wants me to stop playing. And now like everybody's like, man, Assassin's Creed 4 looks great. I'm like, awesome. I'm probably going to buy it because I like pirates and ships. It looks really cool. I'm getting drawn in. It's just like, it's the promise also. Like, Dad Fox says in this question, which is hype. That hype is such a promise. Like, you know, there was the promise of Assassin's Creed 3, you know, after Revelations, where it's like, oh, this is a yearly franchise now. Like, oh, I don't care. I'm not going to buy the next one. But then you see Assassin's Creed 3, it's like, there's that promise. It's like, oh man, it's in, you know, North America. It's set during the Revolutionary War. George Washington's in it. You play a Native American. You know, this was the team that was working since Assassin's Creed 2 on this. You know, this sounds awesome. This sounds like the Assassin's Creed game I've been waiting for. This sounds like the true sequel to Brotherhood, because fuck Revelations. And then it was just like, it was unpolished. It was kind of a mess. I was really disappointed. And I'm like, yep, this is it, man. This is last time I buy into this, this, you know, yearly franchise bit, and then you find out Assassin's Creed 4. It's like, oh, it's got pirates, you know, it's in the Caribbean, and it's just, oh god, it sounds awesome. Ships, the ship combat, which is what I loved about Assassin's Creed 3, and it's back, and there's more of it, and it's 60-40, and you get to steal ships and fight captains, and like, I'm getting suckered in. That hype, man. That hype train is just so tempting. But, you know, we'll see where that goes, but there is that hype. You know, like a yearly franchise is kind of the promise of, it'll be better this time. We promise. I swear. You know, that's a big part of it. Unfortunately. And like, I wouldn't say Call of Duty is that. I would say Call of Duty is like, guys, you know what you're getting out of this. It's going to be some cool new stuff, but that's it. Assassin's Creed, on the other hand, is on the whole other side. Is like, guys, we know what we did wrong. We're going to fix it this time. This time it'll be awesome. This time it'll be Brotherhood again. And you're like, God, I want to believe them, but I just can't. Those are the two big, you know, yearly franchises that stick out to me as someone who doesn't play sports games, as someone who doesn't, you know, really participate in that comfort food. Like, but yeah, that's what I think. I think there's a place for yearly franchises. I don't think they're a bad thing. I don't think they're destroying the industry. I think yearly franchises, if they keep doing well, will be a totem pole that we can kind of like circulate our year around. Like, we all know Call of Duty is coming out in November. November means Call of Duty to us as gamers now. And Activision's going to make a ton of money on that. And they have billions of dollars sitting in a vault somewhere. They bought themselves recently. And it's like, you know, now they have money that they can spend on other games. I don't know if Activision will do that, but, you know, you can look at Ubisoft as an example. Like, you know, they have Assassin's Creed every year. But, you know, they're putting out Far Cry 3, which is like, you know, they took a lot of risks with that. They're pushing Rayman Legends out, and it's, you know, they're doing all these things that would normally be risky. And they're not afraid of them because they have these totems of multi-million-dollar franchises that they can lean on if they want. And that's awesome. If that's what yearly franchises mean, if EA makes a bunch of sports games every year, and they sell millions, and that means that they can make Mirror's Edge and Battlefront, yeah, and then more power to them. People like their comfort food, and it's not my place to say that their comfort food is ruining the industry, because I don't think it is, guys. But what do you think? Are yearly franchises ruining the industry? Are yearly franchises so succumb to hype, or are they losing quality because of the fact that they're yearly franchises, or are they just still pretty good? Let me know in the comments below or tweet at me. I will be happy to respond. Also, while you're at it, like this. Click the like button. It's not that hard, guys. if you're logged into a YouTube account, just click it, and it'll be like, yay, you liked it, thank you. And I'll be like, yay, thank you. Share it with everyone you know, your cats, your dogs specifically. I'm really trying to appeal to this animal audience. I feel like that's an undersold audience on YouTube. And YouTube, excuse me. Tell your friends, your family, anybody you think might like talking about video games, because maybe they'll hate me. I don't know. Tell everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe. Alex Talks will be back. I will be doing a special Alex Talks in October about Extra Life, which, again, I'll talk about that later. Yeah, Alex Talks will be back soon. Don't worry, guys. If you're like, no, don't leave. No one's like that. But if you are feeling that, don't worry. I'll be back soon. Hopefully I'll do some video stuff between now and then. I'm going to hopefully be writing more. So look out for irrationalpastures.com stuff. But subscribe, then you'll know when I'll be back. So please, to wrap this all up, like, share, subscribe. Right now, I'm going to cut away and say goodbye. But when I cut away, I'm going to have links to all of the Alex Talks from this season. So yeah, check out all the Alex Talks. They're awesome. Please listen to them, watch them, whatever you wish to do. I will be back soon because I'm going to keep talking. No matter what you guys say, I can't stop. I get dry mouth. I have to take a sip from my Superman cup, and then hamsters here to guide me along my ways in my mystic juju. But I'm going to keep talking. Hopefully, you guys will keep watching. Thank you guys so much, and peace out. I'm going to let you know a few little secrets about Alex Talks. I have no idea what I'm going to say before I turn on the camera.